Good morning and welcome to our meditation group, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. What does it mean to have a beginner's mind? And with a beginner's mind, what might breathing look like? Good morning, my name is Father Frank Buckley. I am delighted to be the host of our meditation contemplative community here in Hollywood. Delighted you are here with us this morning on a beautiful Monday morning in Hollywood. Today is going to be a great day. Actually, it's Tuesday. Monday is on my mind because I owe you an apology. We had many problems with the heat over the weekend. Not least of all was at 8:55 on Monday. We had a power outage in Hollywood, so just as I was trying to go live, everything shut down. So clearly, we are not in control of our own destiny much of the time. In any event, here we are this morning on a Tuesday morning. We all survived the Labor Day weekend. It was a scorcher here in Hollywood. I'm delighted to tell you it has cooled down a little bit. Since I wasn't able to present on Monday for beginners, I'm going to carry over that theme for today as well. And what does breathing look like in the beginner's mind? If you're new to the program, it's a three-part program. We began with a little inspiration to start off the practice. The middle is the practice itself, where we sit in silence for 20 minutes and enjoy the miracle of mindfulness. And the last part is at Ignatian Jesuit Examen, where we look over our weekend, the long weekend, and just notice where we might have missed God, but especially important to notice even the smallest of areas where God showed up in new or unusual ways. We just notice. So to begin with, I am again choosing from Zen Mind, Beginner Mind by Suzuki Roshi, who was the abbot and founder of the San Francisco Zen Center many years ago. When we practice Zazen, our mind always follows our breathing. When we inhale, the air comes into the inner world. When we exhale, the air goes out to the outer world. The inner world is limitless, and the outer world is also limitless. We say inner world or outer world, but actually there is just one whole world. And in this limitless world, our throat is like a swinging door. The air comes in and goes out like someone passing through a swinging door. If you think I breathe, the I is extra. There is no you to say I. What we call I is just a swinging door which moves when we inhale and when we exhale. It just moves. That is all. When your mind is pure and calm enough to follow this movement, there is nothing. No I, no world, no mind, nor body, just a swinging door. When we become truly ourselves, we become just a swinging door, and we are purely independent of, and at the same time, dependent upon everything. Without air, we simply cannot breathe. Each one of us is in the midst of myriads of worlds. We are in the center of the world always, moment after moment. So we are completely dependent and independent. If you have this kind of experience, this kind of existence, you have absolute independence. You will not be bothered by anything. So when you practice, your mind should be concentrated on your breathing. This kind of activity is the fundamental activity of the universal being. Without this experience, this practice, it is impossible to attain freedom. And for St. Ignatius, the founder of the Jesuits, the goal of our life to live with God forever is all about freedom. That is why this morning practice is so transformative. We give this 20 minutes of God to God. We turn the gaze inwards. We take the attention to our breath and move into the interior world. If you're new to this practice, welcome. You found an incredible community. We practice Monday through Friday, and we do a morning practice where we give the first 20 minutes of our day to God. The way I enjoy to do this is through what Father Thomas Keating calls centering prayer. We simply pick a sacred word, we repeat it 4 or 5 times, drop down to the ocean floor, and enjoy a little deep rest. If more thoughts arise, and that's simply part of being human, we simply take the attention back to the sacred word, which can be anything that has meaning to you. Love, kindness, Jesus, peace, Mary, anything at all. We repeat it 4 or 5 times and then drop down to deep rest. You may do this 1,000 times during the 20 minutes or only once. But as one of my favorite writers, the Maharishi, says, whether we dip our toe into a shallow pool or the deep ocean, we still get wet. So let's get ready to jump in. I invite you, one of the ways we flourish is to turn off all technology. I have the timer set for 20 minutes, so I will be responsible for that. I also invite you to take your shoes off, plant your feet onto the green earth. You can lower your eyes, close your eyes, whatever feels comfortable and safe to you. And let's begin. Listen, listen. The sound of this bell returns us to our true home. As always, we begin with diaphragmatic breathing, that is, breathing deeply as possible into the lower belly 3 times. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Together, inhale, open mouth, exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time, give it all you got. Inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Take the attention to the body. Feel the feet pressed on to the earth, our mother, and just notice how solid she feels beneath you. Moving up the body, we arrive at the chair, providing support, and reflect on where we felt a little support over this 3-day weekend. Lengthen the spine, healthy body. Relax the shoulders. Just notice on the in-breath and the out-breath, the shoulders drop. Let go of any tension in the shoulders, anything you've been holding on to. Just let go and surrender. God, cannot be outdone in generosity. Take the attention to the front of the body, to the heart, the place the spiritual world touches the physical world. See if you can come up with something over the weekend that brought you a little joy, and name it in a word or symbol. And gently place it next to your heart. Together as a community, let's breathe into the joy. Inhale and exhale. And just notice what you feel. Finally, we focus on an intention for this morning's practice, something we desire deeply in our life in this moment, being courageous enough to ask God for something great and beautiful this morning. We'll seal that intention with an inhale and an exhale. Take the attention to the breath. Engage your sacred word. Drop down and enjoy a little deep rest. Please continue. Gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead, open the eyes. We can circle the wrists one way and the other. Circle the shoulders, reverse. Maybe stretch one way, then the other. Shake out anything you were holding on to. Wonderful job, everyone. If you're new to this meditation group, feel free to drop a line in the comment box with your name, maybe where you're from, and what we do during this third part of the program is we just do the little Jesuit examine where this time we'll look over our Labor Day weekend and notice where God came alive or where we might have fallen short and ask for help. So I'll share with you my experiences from this weekend. Uh, the first was it was a scorcher on Sunday, and we had our Jesuit alumni mass, and I presided, and I was really thinking it was going to be me and the staff, and I was very surprised to see we were at 100 people full capacity for the Jesuit alumni mass and had people tuning in from all over the country as well, which made me very, very happy. Second is on Labor Day. I took my niece and her friend to look at schools in San Diego. We started out uh, by looking at Chapman, and then we went to University of San Diego and UC San Diego, and then for a little coffee in La Jolla. So it was a really beautiful beautiful Labor Day excursion for the part of the meditation where I invited you to notice where God, where you felt joy in your life was you come around a turn in La Jolla and you just see the whole Pacific Ocean. It is magnificent. And that was my joy for this morning's meditation. And then lastly, um, Yoko Beck, really beautiful meditation teacher, talked a lot in Zen meditation about when we meditate, we get a chance to get out of the box. And the reason it's so difficult is we have this little thing called an ego that says, don't waste your time doing this, get busy, start thinking. But every once in a while, when the gods and goddesses all cooperate, we get an opportunity to get out of the box. And this is what Thich Nhat Hanh calls the miracle of mindfulness. I wish I could tell you a way to do it alone that really works, but in my own experience, it really helps to have a community, to give the ego 20-minute break and to come home to yourself. So if you're new to this practice, if you're new to this community, welcome. You found a beautiful home here. For those of you who are regular practitioners, again, I apologize for the disaster yesterday with the heat and the shortage, but I could not be more joyful that we are all here this morning to experience a little miracle in our everyday, ordinary lives. Have a beautiful Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. God bless you.